who's watching. How are you?
Hi, Tiffany. Good. How are you?
Very well, thanks. I'm very excited about this month because it fits in so nicely with our whole approach of leaving social media and focusing on video. And so I'm very, very excited about this month's theme. I'm just going to go ahead and mention what it is, and then we can introduce ourselves and what we do. So this month will be all about video making, the whole process from start, from the whole concept, the creation, and putting it online. Because since we left social media, we have been putting our energy into video and YouTube specifically, and there has to be a strategy behind it. And because a lot of you have mentioned that you wanted to do the same, you also wanted to leave social media but weren't sure about the whole video creation process, we thought we would make November all about that. So we're very, very excited of presenting this month. So Abby, you are the video queen. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and all of that?
Yes, absolutely. Of course. And yeah, just like you, I'm extremely excited about this theme this month because we're highly invested in video as a form of communication in the online space. And it is really the most important, I believe, form of communication with our audience. And so I am a content creator. I'm an over 40 content creator, and I create video content as well as photo content for my own brand, as well as for other over 40 women who are building their online presence. But not just creating content for visual content for the sake of it, creating visual content that has an impact, that is a force of good, that makes a ripple of positive change in the world in one way or another. So that's really what drives me and what I love to do and how I like to create the visual content that I do. And obviously being one half of the CAF-Innate Academy, we're all about teaching other over 40 women how to do this as well. So it is a topic that is has a very special place in my heart and has been an interesting journey for me personally as well, because there was a time when I resisted video in a very big way, but now it has actually become my core content, and I absolutely love it as a means of creation, as a means of creativity, and as a means of connection with an audience.
Wow, I mean, video, I agree, is a really powerful medium to get your message across. And there is a huge movement towards video, even on the social platforms as well, because you create this connection with your audience much deeper, much quicker than if it's just a static image. And you can tell so much more in a video than on a photo, for example. Yeah, so I'm Tiffany. And I help women entrepreneurs with their online marketing, specifically the strategy, the processes, the systems, everything that is involved to kind of get your business on an automatic system. And so all those moving parts need to fit together. They need to have a purpose. They need to generate the leads that you need for your business, because if we don't have clients, we don't get the income, so we can't make the impact that we want to make in the world and in your own life. So I help women entrepreneurs do that, because mainly the ones that I do work with are alone in their business, and so they can't do everything. You can't do everything. It's just impossible. So I love helping women entrepreneurs do that. So I have also made the jump away from social media and onto YouTube for my own personal business, and loving it. And I have watched this month's masterclass that Abby has created, and I have learned so much already from that, and I'm going to be implementing that more and more in my whole YouTube strategy. So everything that we do online needs to have a strategy, a point, and an aim, so we can actually get some results, not just posting for posting's sakes. So I'm very excited this month. So do you want to tell us what you created for us this month, Abby?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give kind of an overview of what the masterclass covers and all the other content that we're releasing this month inside the CAF-Innate Academy. But before I get into that, I want to say, just to reiterate what you've said in terms of the processes and the systems. It's all well and good creating content, but if you don't have a process and a system to follow, then you are, like you've said, Tiffany, creating content for the sake of creating content. And that was very much a part of our decision to move away from social media and focus our attention on YouTube specifically, because it is a strategic, it is content being created strategically, not just because there needs to be a post today. It is this process and the system that I'm teaching this month in the Academy is to help you with the intention that and linking it to your broader online business strategy, and ensuring that you are creating content, video content that does have that impact and isn't just like a time waster for both you and the person who watches it. If you're going to be creating content and making the effort of creating video, especially because it does have that deeper level of connection, it also requires a lot more of your time and energy and input. So you want to see a return on that input. I'm sure you can agree, and it certainly has been my experience with like social media posts and the incessant posting on Instagram, for instance, putting so much energy into that and just never seeing a return and never feeling like you ever have created something of value, because it just disappears into the ether, never to be seen again by anybody, let alone you. And so this is where this whole having a system behind creating video comes in, because the video in the YouTube context has the potential to live on for years and to continue to have impact years after you have published it. And so that is our intention with this, that the impact you have made, you are leveraging your creative energy into the videos that you create, that it's not just a once off and now you must move on to the next one. That is the hamster wheel that we want to get off of, and that we want to help you get off of too. So there's you want to see that return on your investment in terms of time and energy into the video creation. So with that said, let me explain what we are covering this month, and we would love to hear from you. So if you are a solopreneur, you're a woman over 40, potentially a service-based business owner, maybe you you've got a practice of some kind, you are an instructor, and you've been thinking about being more active on YouTube because you can see the enormous growth potential, but you're not really sure how to get started, then this is going to be for you. This is a theme that you're going to want to follow along. This is something that you're going to want to learn and implement so that you are able to create this content that lives on, continues to promote you and your business, and that inspires you to be consistent and have an endless supply of content ideas of what video to create, and have the time to do it as well. So we are going through a process. There are 6 different steps. It's called the 6 C's YouTube workflow. And I'm teaching you the very steps that I go through as a videographer for creating my own YouTube videos. I've gone on an extensive deep dive into the University of YouTube, essentially learning all there is to learn about this. And I've condensed it into these 6 steps. I like to have these bullet points and essentially have a 1-pager that I can follow, because if it's easy to follow, then I'm going to implement. And I am seeing results on my YouTube channel, on the videos that I'm sharing. I'm able to now actually get a return on my creative energies. As an example, like, what you don't want is to be creating videos without a process, without a system, without a strategy. I am guilty of having done that. So I will put that out. I have been there, and it was frustrating. It was exhausting. It was debilitating in terms of I began to believe that video could never work for me. I began to believe that YouTube is just too complicated. It is just too, too busy. There's too many people. I'm too late. I don't look a certain way, I don't sound a certain way, my subject matter isn't right. I began to believe all these things about me, but it was all down to not having a process, not having a system, not having a strategy around it. I went so far as to posting a video every single day for 365 days in 2018 with zero strategy, with zero system, with zero process. And it was an exhausting year. And I did not get any tangible outside results from a business marketing point of view. What I did get was a lot of video experience. So I will say that I had a flip switch in my head about how to do the actual filming and getting the experience of talking to camera. So it was great from that perspective. But had I had a system, had I had a process and a strategy in place, those 365 videos would have gotten far more reach. They would be paying back my time investment now, 3, 4, 5 years later. And I wish I had done that, I didn't. So I didn't get the return. Now, this system is the system I wish I'd had back then, and I'm sharing it. So I'm not going to share the 6 steps because you have to go and watch the masterclass. I will just say that it will take you from concept, so if you don't even know what to talk about or what what angle to have for your subject matter, it will take you from that concept phase all the way through to how to analyze or what to analyze about your video so that you can continue to improve and that it becomes a process, a perpetual process that makes it easy to create content that aligns with who you are, with your brand, and continues to add value to your audience. Whew, so that's a lot that we cover.
But you can use this as well. It doesn't matter if you're not going to be on YouTube, but you're going to be creating video for LinkedIn, for Facebook, for whichever channel, you can use that as well. Because, YouTube might not be it for everybody and somebody wants to stay on a different platform. That's also fine. But it's something that you can use on any channel. It's about the whole creation of the video and then the important part, the analysis afterwards. So whichever you choose, so you can focus your energy on that one and do it properly.
Yeah, absolutely. And even so far as if you're not ready for video yet, and specifically not ready for YouTube yet, this same framework, the first part of this framework, I would say the first 2 steps are, you can leverage that for your blog posts as well. So in terms of getting clarity around, well, if you're more of a writer and you want to have a strategy for creating blog content, you can use these same strategies. Because so much of this and where people go wrong is thinking that it's about the click here and the click there and all of that kind of thing, like the actual video production, but it's not. It's about the thought that goes into it before you've even started creating it. So the first 2 steps, you can leverage that for your blog content as well. So if you're not quite ready for YouTube, this will still help you. And it is an extensive workshop or masterclass. It's about an hour long. And then I've also supported it with a checklist. So there's a PDF checklist that you can download and you can check off all the things that we cover in the masterclass, as well as an Asana template. So if you are more digital, so we're covering the analog and the digital audience here, that you've got that checklist in Asana, a template format, so that you can replicate or duplicate that template for every video that you create. And it really is a lovely process. I use it for every one of my videos, and it has skyrocketed my production value. It has skyrocketed my impact value. I have far more confidence now in the kinds of videos I'm creating because I know why I'm creating them. It makes sense. I'm not just thumb sucking an idea and hoping, waiting to see what sticks. I am creating with intentionality right now as a result of the system. So there's a lot of support structure that goes with that. And then I've done recorded a tech tutorial to show you and go deeper into that Asana template as well, to take you through step by step what that process looks like. An accompaniment to this entire theme of the system behind creating, the thought behind creating your video. We also have within the Academy the video confidence masterclass. So when it comes to the actual, how do you set up and record yourself on video? How do you talk with confidence on video? What do you need to know about audio? What do you need to know about lighting and framing and all of that? We've got a masterclass that complements this month's YouTube masterclass so that we cover that as well. So you're really getting everything you need to know about how to create the right kind of video content and then how to go on to implementing that, because that's where we all fall off the wagon. And then lastly, we do have stock images as well, and that is all centered around the video content. And it is just, objects like the things, the paraphernalia that you might expect to have in your video production. So what people love to see, whether it is in your community tab on your YouTube channel or it is on whatever social media platform you happen to be on, they like to see the behind the scenes. And so, behind the scenes of your filming day, I posted one the other day when I was actually filming last week's video, and people like to see what goes into creating a video. They want to peek behind the curtain. So the stock images that we have this month all relate to behind the scenes of video production, whether that is a full-blown professional video setup, or it is, which is what majority of us create on these days, is on our phone, like creating video on our phone. My screen is terribly cracked these days, so I tend not to use my phone video quite as much, but there are some of the biggest YouTubers out there and they film everything on their phone. So do not let equipment be
excuse.
An excuse. That's the one. We are all walking around with production quality equipment in our pockets. And it's just about knowing how to use them to get the best results. And so you're learning all of that inside the academy with us this month. So big video theme and then the supporting images to go along with that.
Wow, sounds fantastic. I'm going to be working a lot on the video strategy then this month for myself and also CAF-Innate. And I really look forward to using all the different tools you've given us. Thank you so much, Abby. Very exciting.
You're welcome. And what I really want for you is that it does change the way you perceive creating YouTube videos. It changes the way that you perceive the value in what you're creating. Because when you go through this process, when you do the research, when you are getting into the minds of your viewers who are creating or who are watching your videos, you begin to see how much value you actually bring. Like what you have to share has meaning, it has value. People need to hear it in the way that you share it. So there's a big mindset shift that happens when you put in the effort up front. So it's not just about the clicking record and standing in front of the video and delivering. It's the mental side of it, like knowing how much value is in this video because you have put in that research side of things. We go a little bit deeper as well into kind of how do you take it then from head to heart before you hit record as well. So I really want to see how it does impact you and how it changes your approach to video, how it changes how you perceive video in your overall online content creation strategy.
Awesome. I know I've got a lot of questions, but I don't want to be offloading them now. We have a live Q&A session scheduled. Let's have a look what day we have it on. We have it on our CAF-Innate.com events page. We have all our live events. And then if you are a member, we also have our monthly coffee chats. So I'm just going to...
It's on the 26th.
Thank you.
The 26th. Yeah, the 26th, that's next week, Friday. So we'd love to hear from you ahead of that. If you have been considering using YouTube or starting to create videos, what has been your biggest excuse? What has been your biggest challenge? What has been the thing that has stopped you in your tracks from actually showing up on more videos? And what, if there's anything technical what are you struggling with? Like how can you move the needle forward on creating more video? Let us know in the comments beneath this video. If you're one of the members, then just pop us a question in the Telegram group, and we will start to collect all of your questions so that we can answer it in the live session next week, Friday.
Awesome. And also make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get notified for the next ones that come up. Click on the little bell button so you get notified. And so you can go to CAF-Innate.com/YouTube, and you can click through there and find our channel straight away. And it is a relatively new channel, and we need the support. We want to support you. So let's, rally together, and please subscribe to our channel. And so we can help you and other women entrepreneurs over 40. It's so important for us to reach as many as possible, and our chosen platform is YouTube to do that. And I'm realizing personally how much impact we're making. And I personally feel with a video, I feel I'm connecting more with the viewer. I can see how many people I'm helping through YouTube compared to social media. I know I go on about social media, but it's true. I feel like I have more impact, I have more purpose in my businesses, and I think it's a wonderful way to connect with people. Yeah. So definitely that's our journey, going to be our journey in the near future. And we've got videos. We're not going to go into why we've chosen not to be on social media. We've also given updates on how we are doing without social media. So you can check those out on our YouTube channel if you're curious, and if you're wanting to take the leap, or you just want to know what we're all about, to go check those out.
Yeah. And because we are walking our talk. Like, we're not saying that we've got it all figured out in terms of this is a journey, and we all are on this journey together, and we're learning and we're supporting each other, and we're going to share like the ups and downs, like we did with that social media one. Like, it's not been easy, and I'm like, oh, but I just want to go back to Instagram a little bit, because now I've got a new idea that I want to kind of test that. So I'm still grappling with the no Facebook and Instagram decision, and so it's like we are growing imperfectly, and so if you need a space where you've got full permission to grow imperfectly as well, then like this is where you want to be.
Yeah, and we're embracing digital minimalism as much as we can, and that's also another reason why we do the work and the research ourselves, and we strip down what is not necessary, and we give you the roadmaps so that you literally have to focus on these steps, so you don't get overwhelmed or frustrated with so many contradicting advice that you just paralyze and you don't move forward. So our whole idea is that we want to minimize all of that and give you the golden nuggets that actually going to move your businesses forward. So we're very passionate about that. And we have also been very busy behind the scenes. We've created an online confidence quiz, which if you are curious to find out how confident you are online, I must say I was actually quite surprised by my own results. Go and take it out, take the quiz. It's really interesting to see. And we also then can help you get more confident in your online self and presence.
Yeah. And there's a paradox here that I've personally experienced in my own online confidence growth journey, that video is and I hear it all the time as a photographer, as a videographer, I hear it constantly from clients saying that they're just not confident on camera, right? And so that is just a standard thing. 9 times out of 10, that's what women say to me when we get talking about being on camera. And paradoxically, once you start showing up on video in particular and seeing the impact and seeing the reach and figuring out that there is far deeper connection through the medium of impact, that then starts to boost your confidence. But you have to be willing to step into this zone of discomfort and into this, like, what might feel like a very scary part of the journey. You have to be willing to trust that the confidence will come once you start doing it, because you can talk yourself out of it and never get going with it. And you know how much impact that has in the world. Zero.
Absolutely.
And you'll just keep lowering that online confidence score. The less you do in terms of intentional showing up, the lower your confidence will get, your online confidence will get. So from that digital minimalism point of view, it's about showing up in the right way, doing the right things, being intentional about the way that you create content. And if you're here to make an impact and make connection with other people, then video is where it's at. And yeah, you've got to be willing to embrace that paradox.
Brilliant. And then the last thing, if you are not a member of the CAF-Innate Academy but want to check us out, like we said, we want to empower women over 40 with their online confidence, be it content creation. So specifically this month was all about video, but then we also have masterclasses and roadmaps on lead generation strategies, all the different processes that will move your business forward, and also be part of a community where you have other women over 40 in the same boat. You can connect with people. That's what I found as a solo entrepreneur by myself, very lonely, and being part of CAF-Innate has I'm a much happier person knowing the women are there, and they're extremely supportive and they're cheering for you. And so it's definitely a big thing in our community. And then we've also got the Ask the Expert. So if you are struggling with something that is specifically video making, or it's strategy, or it's ads, we are the experts in our fields, and we have Ask the Expert functionality where you can reach out and we will answer your questions directly to you. So we are there to support you and to help you along the way. So we have a 1-week free trial that you are able to sign up for. And within that, you get access to absolutely everything. You can try us out, you can connect with us. And then if you are wanting to continue, you can then sign up to our CAF-Innate Academy membership. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And that 1 week free, you don't have to put any credit card details in at all. You just get free access, and yeah, you can watch this masterclass, learn everything you need to know about YouTube, see what else we've got going on. And we know that you're going to want to stay. You're going to want to be part of our crew. Yeah. And I'd love to hear then from you, the viewers watching, what are you currently struggling with regard to video? Like, what's your biggest challenge? Let us know so that we can prep for them to answer those in the live Q&A next Friday.
Lovely. Brilliant. I think that is all for today, and looking forward to seeing you all in the next video live Q&A.
Absolutely. And if you do have a YouTube channel as well, just drop a link to your YouTube channel. If you do have one, let us subscribe, and let's do a subscribe thing going on so that we are all connected and we can get notified when you post a video. Absolutely. That'll be great. Maybe we should do a video review or a channel review for our Q&A next Friday. That might be a good thing to do if anybody is keen to have get pointers on a specific video or get pointers on their YouTube channel. So if
that's a good idea. Yeah. Let us know if you would be interested in that in the comments, and that will be an exciting project to do in the live Q&A.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing your videos, and otherwise we'll connect on Friday, and otherwise inside the Academy.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.